Hey, what's going on, guys? It's going to be a short vid here on me doing an install of a reverse light for my 2014 Honda Foreman. I have a relay here, a waterproof relay. I think this is an 18-watt light. We don't need something real bright. And make sure to get a fuse. We don't want this thing to burn down. And I got some splicers here. The way that I'm going to work this is that it's going to be activated when the ground triggers, because on the right side of the 2014 Honda Foreman, there's a harness that goes into the gear switch position. I believe that's what it's called. And there's a wire on there that activates ground when it's put into reverse. So we're going to use that ground to trigger the actual relay into giving power to the light, triggering the switch for the power. And I'll include the diagram, the wiring for mine, and I'll also include how I do the wiring with the relay. All right, on the Honda Foreman 2014, and I think the 2016, maybe the others as well, but I don't have the manual for those. But this is the actual piece of the harness that goes to the gear position switch sensor, I believe. And the gray wire, which I'll show you in the diagram, is that one. I ended up getting a 14 to 18 gauge, like a T-splitter, I guess, a splicer. And this is just a test right now. As you can see, it's on neutral and shouldn't turn on. Oh, it's just a quick test. All right, turn on. I'm gonna put it in reverse, and then let's give it another shot. Let's see. There it is. We got light. So we're not going to do it directly like this. We're going to run it through a relay to be safe, and then use an actual inline fuse also, just as in case. And all right, guys, so it's going to be a quick rundown on the wiring I did for the relay and why I did so. Okay, so 87 on the relay, that is going to be our hot wire for our lights after they've been triggered. So go ahead and run those to your lights and then ground them off at the body, or run it back to the post on the negative post on the battery if you like. And then 85, that's going to go to the wire splice we did on the gear switch position harness that I showed you earlier. And then 30, that's going to go straight to the battery, and we're going to put an inline fuse in there so it can protect the circuit in case of, we get something bad happens, you get a short, the switch pops instead of burning the ATV down. Okay, and then this was another condition I set up, because initially I had jumped 86 to 30. That way when I hit the reverse it would turn on, but then I noticed that if the ignition is off and it's in reverse, the ground is still triggered, so it would actually leave the lights on if the ignition was off and it was left in reverse. So what I did was I ran that 86 to the front auxiliary, the lighter switch, and I spliced it to the hot wire. That way, that first condition must be met. The ignition has to turn on, and that first condition is met. And then all we have to do is put it into reverse, and it will trigger the reverse lights. That way, we don't have the lights staying on while we don't have the ignition on. All right, so we're done with the installation. Wired up the relay, close everything back up. I just want to show you guys working. Right now, we got it on neutral. Now let's put it in reverse right now. There it is. No toggle switch or anything. And then bump it back up to first, neutral, and it's off. All right, so this is how bright they ended up being, which is pretty bright. It's pretty good. More than enough.